Mhm. Stop it. Ah ouais? C'est merde. Mhm. Ah, je me doute. Ouais. But before we continue, I wanted to tell you about a game-changing app I've just discovered for planning your train trips across Europe. It's simple, intuitive, and lets you find any rail itinerary in just a few taps. You also get practical tips and real feedbacks from the community to plan smarter, and even access exclusive deals such as like 20% discount on European sleeper tickets. This app is Urai, and the app is currently open to only beta testers because the Urai team wants to build it with the community. By joining the Urai Club on their Ulule campaign, you would get early access and a chance to win some great prize like a Swiss travel pass or even a trip to Corsica. All the details are in the description. Now back to the video.
Herzlich willkommen in der Westbahn nach Linz. Wir freuen uns, dass Sie heute mit uns unterwegs sind. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Fahrt. Welcome aboard this Westbahn rail service to Linz.
Flugverbindungen dieses Bahnhofs sind von Bauarbeiten betroffen. Es kommt zu geänderten Fahrzeiten über Zug aus Berlin. Bitte prüfen Sie Ihre Verbindung vor Reiseantritt online. Intercity 642 to Salzburg Hauptbahnhof via Wegs Hauptbahnhof, Adnan Hochheim and Höterbrück is arriving at